Hey, good morning, everybody. AJ here, and I don't know. I don't know if vlogs are dead or not. Maybe I need to go back and do some of these because I've pretty much, last couple of days, I've been doing a lot of projects and I've been bouncing around. So I thought I was going to be able to finish up Good Shepherd today. I still may be able to, but I mixed up a couple of Shiloh Baptist churches. I have like 7 that I work with. So I have to actually go do an on-site for one that's about an hour and a half away from here. So that only allows me maybe an hour and 20 minutes to try and wrap up everything at Good Shepherd. Worst case scenario, I want to at least put in all the panels. I might not be able to configure it. You never know, I might be able to. But I am heading over right now to Lowe's to get a bunch of supplies. I already talked with them. So since we can't run those cables in the wall, I'm going to get the black conduit that I was talking about, but then at the same time pick up the white single gang junction boxes so that I can hide the power cables over at Hood Temple. We're going to head up, like I said, to Shiloh. I think that's in Windsor, Virginia. Head up to there. Got to be there at noon. And then the install that I did at Union Baptist, the phase 2 was supposed to be the computer and TVs and stuff like that, but they wanted to move forward with the computer. So I did a rush order and built that computer last night, and it's in the back seat right there. So we're going to drop that off so they can get higher quality sound directly from the mixer into their conference call, which is going to be the same thing that we ultimately do when we move it over to the ATEM for their streaming. But we're just going to set it up. I got free conference call app on the computer. Everything is set up. That computer is a beast. I gave them way more power than that I typically would put in a system for this, for a presentation. Actually using a Ryzen 5 3700X because I didn't realize I actually had one still in the box. So they got some extra power because there's no reason for me to use it. So I got that over there, 16 gigs in memory, everything like that, 1 terabyte drive. It'll be good to go. I installed Presenter, the ATEM software, pretty much prepped everything ahead of time for them. We're going to install that, have the Behringer, that 25-foot long USB cable. That's what's going to connect the X32 to that and send audio over USB back to the computer. And then at a later time, I will configure it to send audio as well too from there. So got a bunch of cool stuff that we're going to be playing around with. That's going to be at 6. So we're going to be on the road all day, stopping at 3 different churches today. And this is typically what I do now, and I don't get as much time to be at home to make videos. So most of the time I'm making these videos around like 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. And I know I was tired because I got into bed. Normally I don't get to sleep until like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm up at 6:30 every single day. I got into bed at 9:30 and then I was out. But anyway, let's get over here to Lowe's, get the stuff, get over to Good Shepherd, stop number 1, get changed over, then head over to stop number 2, then change over, go to stop number 3, and then edit this video and go from there. All right, folks, we are here. Like I said, we got to knock out as much as we possibly can, as fast as we possibly can, so we can get back on the road. I need to pack up my tools as well, too, because I need this stuff at Hood Temple for next week. Oh, and I left all the stuff I meant to bring, the conduit and all the other stuff I left in the car. Oh, well, let's get over here, knock this stuff out, and we go from there. bells practice. But boom, we're done. I didn't get a chance to configure it, but I'll be back to do that. Also, we didn't get a chance to do the conduits, but the main goal was to get it up so that I can take my ladder for next week. So let me do a quick Clark Kent transformation and then get on the road to stop number 2. Alrighty, folks, stop number 2. We're here at Shiloh Baptist Church. Let me get inside. And it looks like somebody was pulling in the same time I was. So let's get inside, see what we can do to help them out. All right, folks, we are back at Union Baptist. This is stop number 3 for the day. And we need to cut a hole in the floor to run some cables from the mixer to the new computer that we got them so that we can capture sound for their free conference call stuff, as well as I'm setting myself up in the future because I'm actually going to put a wall jack and everything to make the cables look all nice and neat and all this other stuff. Actually, I have a plate. I might actually put it up right now. I don't have the keystone yet, but I might actually do that just to make it look nice and pretty. So actually, I can probably make this other Ethernet cable right now. I'll do that because everybody's supposed to be here at 6. So, we always get here early. And I got 69 miles exactly to get home. Anyway, let's get inside. All right, folks, we're back here at Union Baptist. We got the longer cables, got those isolated, got the white cable running over into here. I didn't have my short Cat 6 cable. I have one, but we have a computer connected, everything like that. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I forgot I need to put a plate to cover that up. That turns everything off. But what we did, this is temporary, but we put a jack here in the wall. I don't have my USB connection right there, keystone, but we have the X32 connected to the computer. I am getting ready to get the monitor and keyboard and mouse and everything like that set up. All right, folks, I didn't really do that much recording here. Got the system in place. We were going to use free conference call, but it looks like they actually use a different service. But what I think ultimately what's going to happen is they're going to actually do a Zoom account with the church because they're actually using the pastor. So they're going to get their own Zoom account to go forward. Hold on 1 second. All right, folks. So I'm editing the video that you've been watching right now from yesterday, and it's the 23rd right now. I'm getting ready for our Q&A, but I just realized the last part of the video wasn't recorded, so we're just going to edit that, add this part right now. So ended up getting the system installed, but had an issue with the 25-foot USB cable that was throwing some noise and some junk, and it wasn't being detected. So I gutted that whole thing, ran a extra RCA cable to 3.5 millimeter that I had that sent audio. What found out, the church is not using free conference call, it's using Conference Call USA or something like that. So I don't know if it has a component so that the computer can connect to it. But ultimately, what they're using right now is the pastor's Zoom account. We're going to set up the church to have its own Zoom account, which also includes telephone numbers. This Sunday, they're going to use the same stuff that they did before, just use the sound system that I did to run the sound and everything. We got the instruments connected. We have a direct box. We got everything hooked up. The wireless mics were still a problem, but that's something they were aware of. They need to change the batteries on those. They're going to announce that the next 2 Sundays, they're going to be transitioning to the Zoom portion for the Zoom number for people to dial in, and there is an app that we can link. And I've done tons of videos to show how we're going to integrate audio into that just for people to hear. Epworth does it. A bunch of ministries that we work with have done that. Also, ordered a brand new USB cable, got my keystones, got everything. So everything's going to be nice and pretty in that junction box that we have, the wall plate. So I'm going to put RCA keystones there so that we can use that. I have a brand new USB cable that I've used when I had a system like that here. So we'll replace that, have a jack in the wall so it plugs in, everything nice and pretty. We're going to be back on Monday to do a new training with them and have everybody there so that we can set up the Zoom account, retrain everybody because it started downpouring and people didn't want to come out. Understood. So we're just going to be back 6 o'clock Monday to run through everything. So that was my entire day. So I'm trying to edit this real quick so we can get ready for our Q&A. And that's about it. Link is down below if I put it there for whatever. I don't know. I've been jumping around to different projects, so I don't have a link below now. I think about it. So I hope y'all like what I do. This is what I do on a daily basis. I'm excited about the fact that it used to be I would have to beg people to do stuff. So I'm very thankful to God about how many opportunities we're able to do. And I put in, just like when I was employed, I put in way more time in what I'm doing, but I'm thankful I'm able to do it for myself as well as help ministries all over the world. So if you like this type of content, appreciate a like, consider subscribing, hit that bell. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos to help modernize your media ministry. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you in the Q&A here in about an hour and a half. All right, later.